Smell good crew. What it do? So, y'all already know you got to have that smell good on. If you ain't smelling like something, you ain't smelling like nothing. Alright? And if it's two things people always gonna remember about you, that's how you made them feel and how you smelled when you did it. You dig? And that's what brings you to me. That's what brings you to me. So we finna go over a fragrance here. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all seen the title, y'all seen the thumbnail. We are reviewing a new one to the collection. Ralph Club, New York. As you look at them fingerprints, man. Like, it can't be avoided. This bottle is a fingerprint magnet, honestly. But, you know, I like the bottle. It's metallic. It's kind of see-through. As you can see, look where that juice at. I kind of already put a good dent in this. So I've given it a thorough wearing. So I think I know a little something about the fragrance. I think I know what I'm talking about, okay? So this is a trusted review. This ain't the first impression. Now, if you like Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition, if you've ever smelled that, you would like Ralph Club New York if you haven't smelled it. Do they smell the same? No, that's not what I'm saying. But they're like cousins. They're in that same wheelhouse. That's like fruity and fresh and kind of unique. This has a lot of that kind of within it. It's also fruity, fresh, and unique. That black currant that they put in this note really makes it shine. It has some bergamot and mandarin orange on the top. So I was picking up when I first sprayed it, and I'm like, yo, it's something more than black currant here, because this is like citrusy and fruity at the top. Like, it smells like a bowl of fruits. And you know, normally throughout the entirety of the fragrance, that will eventually die down. Like, you wouldn't smell that fruitiness no more after a while. But with this, that black currant fruitiness just stays within the fragrance. Like, it's tied within the fragrance and it doesn't go anywhere, and it's there throughout the entire time of the wearing. Speaking of time, the amount of time you will get with this is probably anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, believe it or not, depending how you spray. You spray a little lighter, you might not smell it after a few hours, because it is possible that you may go nose blind to it. You won't smell it, but the people around you will. I thought it was a light wearing, meaning like you smell it, it's more of a skin scent, but the people around you, not so much. But I did wear this out on a date, and she smelled it. She was like, yo, you smell good. And I was maybe like 3-4 feet from her at the table. And I was like, oh, you can smell me? She's like, yeah. So I was like, okay. But I'm thinking, like, I'm nose blind. I'm thinking like maybe as I smell myself, I can smell it, but it's not projecting how it was. But I guess eventually my nose just, you know, got acclimated with the scent and started kind of blocking it out after a while. So be wary of that. However, when I oversprayed this, it did kind of come off less than, no, it came off, it projected heavily. Like, originally, I would say this has a moderate projection if you just do a couple sprays. But if you actually, you know, are heavy on the trigger like me, once I kind of figured out the range this kind of fell in within, you know, the projection, I didn't want to blast it on when I first got it and kill the room, you know, choke somebody out. So once I figured out, oh, it's kind of moderate, I went a little crazier on the sprays, and it did its job. It did its thug dizzle. Compliments, the first time I wore this, I only got one from my girl. And then after that, I wore it to work. One of my coworkers, I was sitting down, she came over where I was at. I was there for maybe like 30 seconds to a minute. Then I left. When she came over, she was like, yo, what's that smell? She was talking to one of my other coworkers. And when I came back over, I heard a conversation, and my homeboy was like, yo, nah, that's his cologne. She was like, oh. And I came over there, I was like, why, it's too strong? She said, no, it's just lingering. She's like, it smells good. And then she just kept saying, it smells good. So, hey, y'all gonna get compliments with this. And one day after that, I layered it with Bad Boy Extreme in the back. And you would think that wouldn't work, since Bad Boy Extreme is like a smooth, fresh, chocolatey cacao type of freshness, you know? but that fruitiness in this DNA and that freshness, them two fragrances just danced in the air together all night. It was amazing. Also got compliments that day. Was told I smelled so good. So if y'all want something that's mass appealing that everybody's gonna like, that is not, you don't gotta think about, you could just grab and go. This is one of those ones. It could work in the summer, the spring, the fall, and I wore it in the wintertime. It's now wintertime when I'm making this video. So it just works. It works, and you'll smell it. Like I said, I got almost 10 hours out of this. Well, I got 10 hours out of it. If I'm being honest, I layered it with Bad Boy Extreme. That was the day I put a lot of it on. And maybe that had something to do with the longevity. But on average, I'll say you'll get at least 8 hours. You'll get at least 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're gonna spray it 2-3 times, maybe you only get 6. But I'm not a light sprayer, okay? So keep that in the back of your head. You know, take that into account. This is what the bag looks like. Obviously, I'm not gonna go too crazy about the bottle. Y'all know what the Ralph Lauren bottle looks like. Slightly bigger on the emblem. Ralph Lauren logo down here, different color pretty much. Other than that, it has some oak moss in the bottom, and I feel like you could pick a lot of that up because you do get some like greenery in here along with that freshness. And overall, what you'll get from this fragrance, let me spray it in the air. You're just gonna get a fresh, aquatic-y blue, deep and rich scent. The blue is deep and rich. It's very sexy. Like, you're gonna smell fresh. Nobody's gonna not like it. And then that fruitiness just makes it more unique to a point where you might turn some heads. With that black currant and that mandarin orange at the top, that citrusiness within this, it does what it has to do. It has some lavender in there. So like I said, it is fresh. But overall, I think if you was like, hell, throw me a fragrance that I could just grab and go. I could wear it in the gym. I could wear it to the store. I could wear it on a date. Hey, this is the one. Now, do I think this fits every occasion? Not necessarily. It could. But I think, like, if it was a date night or anniversary or something like this, I think you could find a lot better options, but this wouldn't necessarily be a bad option. You get what I'm saying? It's just, you could dress it up, dress it down, depends on you. So that concludes the video. If you made it this far, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You might as well subscribe. You stayed this far. You know what I'm saying? We basically bros at this point. We family now. All right? Come be a part of the team, man. And until next time, I appreciate y'all stopping by. I love y'all. Peace.